multimedia presentation consists of words and pictures. You use your sensory memory to process what is perceived by your ears and your eyes. This is the dual channel assumption, that there are separate channels for verbal and visual material. You can both hear and see words, and you can see pictures. Ears and eyes select sounds and images, then hold and manipulate them in working memory, where they are organized into verbal and pictorial models. These models are actively processed and integrated with prior knowledge from your long-term memory. If there are too many processing demands, cognitive overload can occur. There are 3 types of processing in multimedia learning, and if all 3 added together exceed cognitive capacity, cognitive overload can occur. Richard Meyer and others have used this cognitive load theory to work on ways to reduce overload in multimedia learning. Having the hand write the words, narrating it and animating at the same time, might overload a learner. This is due to the redundancy effect and the coherence effect. The redundancy effect suggests that there is better transfer if words are presented as narration rather than narration and on-screen text. Also, the coherence effect suggests removing extraneous material that interferes with processing, like the hand. The narrative explanation of the cognitive theory of multimedia learning earlier in this presentation may have been better if it had been presented with this graphic, as the whole process is in one place. This is due to the temporal effect, where it is better if corresponding animation and narration are presented simultaneously rather than successively. Remember those animations from earlier in the video? You might not, because again, temporal contiguity. They're too far away from what we're talking about now for you to remember why they're here. And now I've forgotten too. But I do know that if I had narration, music, and animation all in the same place, that would be confusing, and the coherence effect would dictate we would move some of those due to cognitive overload. People learn better from words and pictures rather than just words alone, but careful design is useful to reduce overload and improve learning. Read more of Meyer's 12 Principles of Multimedia Learning in a brief PDF referenced at the end of this presentation or in the work of him and other researchers.